Hi, I'm Joel Miller, insurance agent and mortgage banker with Wall Street Capital Advisors. So how does flood insurance work? Many people ask that question. Well, flood insurance, I would say, is very similar to what's considered an umbrella policy. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's say, for an example, you have car insurance and the limits of liability is $300,000 for an example. Well, let's say you're in an accident and the liability for that particular individual that you hurt is $500,000. Where would that additional $200,000 come from? Well, for many people, they take out an umbrella policy which covers any other kind of liability that you would have related to that vehicle. And so it offers that additional layer of protection. Well, flood insurance actually works the same way. And the reason why is because your homeowner's insurance only covers certain things related to the home, and a flood insurance policy would actually go above and beyond that to cover things not covered by your typical homeowner's policy. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's say, for an example, there's a storm that takes place, and during this storm, a tree falls on your home and punches a hole in the roof. Well, your typical insurance policy will fix the repairs that are related to the roof and obviously move the tree and do all those types of things. But what if the tree fell because of a torrential downpour? And as you know, rain will travel. Imagine it gets in the home, it runs down the joists and the trusses of the home, and now you have water damage throughout the house. What do you do in a case like that when your insurance company says, well, we're not going to cover that? Well, that could really become an issue. But flood insurance is the insurance that goes above and beyond. It covers that additional area of liability in order to offer you more protection on the home. But there's a few things to keep in mind. They are, for an example, that the contents must be covered and purchased separately. What that simply means is that if you have furniture or other things in the home that may not be covered by the policy, they're not actually affixed to the home, you might want to have a separate policy under your flood insurance umbrella in order to cover that. The other thing to keep in mind is that these are not value policies or guarantee replacement policies. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, your homeowner's policy, for an example, covers the house based on the value of the home. Okay? These policies are not written that way. They're based on a certain dollar amount of coverage, and you have to elect what amount of dollar coverage you want for that particular home. And as regards guaranteed replacement, as if the case if your house burned to the ground, you know that the insurance company might have full replacement value and they'll replace that house completely. In this particular case, that is not the case. It is not guaranteed replacement, but it's coverage up to a particular dollar amount. So there you have it. How does flood insurance work? Now you know. I'm Joel Miller, insurance agent and mortgage banker with Wall Street Capital Advisors.